Hi there. So this is a short video I'm going to make for you to learn and see how to create Google PG data for XPlane. And I've started here already Blender version 3.6 LTS, um, which I would recommend for this. And you will need a couple of plugins. First plugin is XPlane to Blender, of course. Then you will need Blossom and some kind of material creator, which is mandatory because XPlane can handle only one material per object. So, so let's start first of all with Google. We need to see and find an area of interest, and this is all German, but never mind, you will get the point. So first of all, you need to go to Google Earth. Then you've got here your areas you want to highlight, like 3D coverage. Yeah? When you tick this, you will get these yellow areas which highlight areas which are provided with Google's 3D data. So let's find an area we want to create for XPlane. And let's see, let's go to Hamburg. Let's go here to the center. Yeah, why not? Miniatur Wunderland. That's a really nice area here in Hamburg. And what I would recommend is before you download any data from Google, first make sure that the area you're interested in is good enough. So quality varies, lighting varies, and so forth. So let's zoom in here and see what we get, because this what you see here is also that what you will get, and you will not be able to improve it. It will only get worse, let's say. So let's focus on this area here. So I mean, we don't want to walk through the city. Yeah? This is not a city simulator. We just want to fly over it. So let's assume 1,000 foot above ground. Let's say it would be something like this maybe. Yeah, VFR. And this is how it's going to look like then once we have imported it into XPlane, more or less. So the area looks okay. I would say let's go for this area here, from here to here. Yeah, the lighting is okay, colors are good, quality is good. So even if we zoom all the way in, some artifacts here and there. I mean, the textures are not 100% clear. It depends on the angle, because the data Google is creating the stuff from is based on several sources. So once they do photos, maybe you've seen these cars driving through your city already with the cameras. So they are doing photos from below, from street level, and then they are flying over these areas. So they couple the 2D images with LiDAR data also they are picking up, so the mesh and the terrain is really accurate, more accurate than the terrain we have got in XPlane. And then they combine this in the software, and then in the end, that is what we see here, more or less. So let's go back to Blender. And as I said already, you will need Blossom to connect to the Google API to download the data into Blender. There are lots of videos on YouTube, even on the Blossom side, I think, how to install and so forth. So it's here Blossom for Blender. Just go here, go definitely for the premium version, because you want to support the developer here. It's here, this license is more than enough for one solo hobbyist. So pay this guy these 20 bucks more or less, and then you will have the option to download the data from Google into Blender. So we have installed it already, and then when you press N, this menu shows up here, and there you can see Blossom is installed here into Blender. And now that we know which area we're interested in, we click on select, and now we just need to zoom into that area. We can also change here to satellite mode. So this is Hamburg. No, it's not Hamburg. Here's Hamburg. So, and this is the area. We definitely know about that it's available in 3D, and we click here on show selection rectangle, and now let's see how big this area is. And here you can see here the area size. So I definitely recommend nothing higher than 1 times 1 kilometers. So 1 square kilometer. Everything above this will cause issues with quality. You can download definitely larger areas than that, but then you have to split the areas in Blender, which is not a problem. But let's make this a little bit smaller just for the sake of this test here. So 1.9.17. Yeah, I think this is okay. And then we will use this street here as a guideline. So now that we have got this marked, we say copy, click on copy here, go back to Blender. It's now in your paste, and there you can see the coordinates, which are the same like here. And what we want is we want the Google 3D tiles, and it's more than it's enough if we go for buildings with details. That's good enough. So join, that's okay. Let's get rid of this stuff here. So, and now click on import. Now we need to wait. Ah, there we go already. So this is what we have. Looks okay. Now let's go to viewport shading, and here we are. Item, let's go to increase this a little bit, set it to 5000. That is usually more than enough, and this is what we imported. So quality is a little bit less than that what we saw in Google, but I think it's good enough for the simulator. As I said, I mean, you don't want to walk through the streets here. You just want to fly over it and identify some areas. Okay, so now we need to change to edit mode, because we need to edit this stuff now we've got here, and we want to see also how many polygons we have got. So if you would keep everything as it is right now, we would end up with about 200,000 polygons and 360,000 triangles. So we definitely need to improve this. This is not bad. I mean, you could keep this as it is. It will not have any influence on your frame rates. If you would just leave the mesh as it is right now and import it directly without any mesh optimization into XPlane. But we definitely need to improve this here anyways. So let's go to edit mode. Make sure you are using X-ray here. And what we definitely don't need is the river here, or the sea, the water. So, and there are different tools. I mean, I'm not going to explain here how Blender works, but you also don't need to be an expert to figure this out. I mean, there are a couple of tools here to edit the mesh. One is the box select, the circle select, and the lasso select, and everything has its shortcut. So I'm using currently the circle select, yeah, and just press C and then you can select the size of the circle by just using your mouse wheel, and then we select everything what we want to get rid of. So like this, X and delete. There we go. And you can see that here our mesh is decreasing. I want to see where's our Wunderland. It should be here, this area. I think this is it. Yeah. Okay. So let's clean this all up. I will now use the lasso select to go around these structures here. Doesn't need to be 100% precise. I mean, it depends on your preferences. X, delete, it's okay. Now C again, let's zoom in a little bit. Let's get rid of all this here. We can keep the boats for now. Keep them. You could also delete them and place your own XPlane boats or whatever objects you have. I keep them. This. Keep this area here. Go around. That was the wrong one. Yeah, it is time consuming. But it all depends on your preferences. I mean, if you don't want to do any of this stuff here and you just want to go with the mesh as it gets imported by Blossom, you can do so. It's all about experimenting and trying to figure out what suits you best. And also, it's fun to create this stuff. I at least can tell that for myself. So now we need to go to select edge mode, and we want to get rid of these things here. X, yeah, and these ones. This. Let's make it right. X, and then always. Now we can go to face mode. Select all these faces here. Sometimes it's better to use the face mode. Sometimes it's better to use the edge mode or vertice mode, whatever fits best for a particular area. But you will figure this out pretty fast. What makes it easier for a particular part to get rid of the mesh. It's okay. Let's get rid of this here as well. This time we get rid of the boats here. Going from one polygon to the next one. Here, edge mode. Good. Edge. And okay, let's get rid of this boat as well. Okay. That's good. Let's see. Oh, okay, water's gone. Keep it like it is. Select lasso mode. Go go around here. Okay. Ah yeah, let's get rid of the street. That was our border here. So now from side view. Also there's always the possibility or option to keep the textures for the terrain. So the Google ones, or if you prefer, you can delete this area here. I mean, there's anyway hardly no 3D objects in this area, apart from the trees, which are really bad. So let's get rid of this. Okay. Let's clean up the area here at the top. And for the sake of time, I will keep the rest as it is right now. So, good enough. Okay, so let's keep it as it is right now. I'm too lazy to clean this water up here, but never. Then you will also be able to see what this causes inside XPlane if you keep certain mesh or certain areas and don't erase it. So let's see. So we have minimized here, or at least got rid of a few polygons, vertices, which is good. Now let's click Edit Mode A, M, and select Merge by Distance. And let's see, yeah, nothing. We removed nothing. So there is, from this perspective, from this mode, no further adjustments, improvements possible. So let's keep it as it is. So now we have got two options. Either we go now and do some mesh optimization. Mesh optimization will always try to keep certain values, but simultaneously will get rid of certain polygons. And this will always have an impact on the mesh and the quality. As this isn't too bad, I mean, 140,000 vertices, polygons, that's all right. Let's don't do any mesh optimization at this point. I think this is anyway something we can look into in another video. Certain and different tools which are available and how these mesh optimization tools function. I've tested quite a lot and made some experiences with them, and can show you them at a later stage. So let's say we are good with this, and now we need this texture tool. As you can see here, we've got the mesh, and these are all the materials which are now in this object. And this is not possible to import this into XPlane. So we need to combine all of them. And Mud Combiner is a freeware tool which produces quite reasonable results. And I'll show you how this works. So Mud Combiner, go here and you say generate material list. So all the materials will get imported into this tool. and then you say automatic here, pixel art small textures. I found out that this is much better, and then we want to keep a little bit of distance between the different UV islands. Let's say 3 pixels. And now let's see what happens. So let's zoom in and see what we have got right now. And now we click on Save Atlas. Go to here and say Hamburg. And go into Hamburg and say Atlas. And then create Atlas. So this takes now a few seconds. And see, so there we already have a reduction in quality. So this is what we have got right now. Let's take a look at the image which has been created right now. So it's this one. So this is what we have right now. So we have lost definitely some quality here and resolution due to the material combination. And when we take a look at the image size, currently it's 4 times 4, so we can definitely improve this. We can say 8K, say OK. And let's go back to 3D viewpoint. Here to material, base color, get rid of this, open, go to Blossom Hamburg, Atlas, open. Okay. So now let's get rid of alpha. We don't want alpha at all. And now we can also play a little bit with the textures. So let's try filmic sRGB. You'll see, okay, it gets slightly improved textures here. It depends, of course, on your preferences. Specular we don't need. Roughness, we don't need clear coat. Oh yeah, this is now what it is. But one material. This is what we definitely need. So now we need to save this as a project. Save as. Go to Hamburg and say 01 and just click on save. If you don't save it, you will not be able to export it. So there's a bug, I don't know, with XPlane to Blender. So need to save it, and then we go to export here. So now let's take the object, move it to the collection. Yeah, we will also rename this to Hamburg. Can get rid of this one, and now we select the collection. We need to make sure that what we want to import is in the right collection, which we are using here. So collection, root collection, and then you call this Hamburg 01, and it's a type scenery, and we don't need to bother about any other of these options here for now, so we can look into this at a later stage. So now just click on export OBJ. We go into Blossom Hamburg and see what we get. There's our object. So we've got the object and we have got the texture, and now we create an XPlane folder. Let's open one new Explorer here. XPlane, custom scenery, create new Hamburg, and now we move our atlas or copy it over, and the object copy. Now we rename this. I normally use for textures text dash and then Hamburg 01 for Hamburg 01, so that we don't mix this up, and then we need to edit the object to connect it to the texture, because we haven't done this in Blender. I prefer it this way. No. So, and now just here click, let's enter texture, text Hamburg 01.png. For now we keep it PNG, doesn't matter. Need to wait, it loads all the data here in the background. So let's compare this. Text dash Hamburg 01 PNG texture. Okay, click save. And now we need to open World Editor. And scroll a little bit down and you should find Hamburg. There it is. I think that's the one, yeah. So open scenery package. Now we need to find Hamburg, the area for which we have created the object, and that should be here. So let's zoom in, this little on the side. So local Hamburg 01 takes a while to load in. There is it, and we have an issue. That looks like we have an issue. If it shows up like this, but that's good. So we can take a look what's causing this problem. So first of all, let's check in Blender. The image once again, 3D viewport image editor. Atlas 01 is the one. Image, and then we say save as. That's what we forgot, I think. So we go back to XPlane, custom scenery, Hamburg, and we save it at text Hamburg, save as image. And now let's double check the size. It always has to be a power of 2 and not higher than 8000. So properties, details, yeah, and the sizes are not alright. So image, resize, okay. Image, save as, that's good, save. Go back to Hamburg, double check what we have now. So much better. We can click here on save, close, and now we have got it up here in our list. Open, and now we should have a texture. Yeah, so this looks much better. So let's grab the object here at its center and move it over the area. Yeah, that's good. And see if we need to the problem is always the elevation of the object. Uh, the, the problem is that the mesh or the elevation, it does not equal the one in XPlane. So we always have here discrepancies, and we need to get hold of them by adjusting here the elevation, and it looks like it's floating above the ground. So let's say -10. Okay, it's going down. And this is something you will always need to do, going back and forth in the simulator. Trying to align this. So -40 looks all right. Let's see what happens. -39. No, it's -42. I think it's okay for now. We will see what goes on in the simulator in a moment. So now we know. Now we need to draw an exclusion zone over it. With late, this is really a nice feature which has been introduced with the latest version of World Editor. So now our exclusion zones can be drawn not only as rectangles, which was really annoying. So now you can create polygons around your areas. So like this. This is really nice and a really cool feature. So this is the area where we don't want to have any other objects or scenery apart from the one we've got here. And now we can choose here what we want to exclude in this zone. And we don't want any objects, we don't want facades, and we don't want draped polygons. And I think this is it. Now what you could do is you could now improve this. Let's take a look. You can choose Laminar's library, go to ships. Let's see what kind of ships do we have here. Okay, never mind. So bulk carrier. Oh, let's okay. And we place this over this one. And this is what you can do always afterwards to improve the scenery, give it a little bit more life, whatever. Yeah. This is just as an example. So yeah, let's save this. And target version will be 12.1.2. Yeah. And then export scenery pack. Now let's see what we have. So this is how the scenery pack looks like. We've got the validation report of weight, weight XML, and the nav data. All created here. That's it. Now go to our scenery ini and put it in here right away. Let's keep it alphabetical. Here, Hamburg. That's it. Save. Quit. Need to reload the simulator so that the scenery gets recognized here, which we have just created. Need to find an airport where we can start. Here, this one. This is Finkenwerder, okay. And that's EDHI, okay. New flight. Take the customize, let's come from this side. Never mind. Tree approach, confirm, start. File and close, yes. Now let's see what we've got here. So yeah, that's good. Has been definitely has been accepted. It's not being moved or deleted, whatever. And then let's wait for this to load up. Takes ages. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's move this here, let's move this here. Let's stop all these plugins, stop this one, stop this. Okay, now let's go to the left. This is where our object should be now. Okay, looks like we've got something there in the area. there we go. So the height looks alright. There's nothing floating, or does it? No, it looks good. So there's the ship which we have placed here. Never seen this one. This must be new. What's this? Queen Mary, second. Very nice. See, the 3D trees are there because we did not exclude them from the area. We've got the ships. They look pretty nice. All right from the side. How high are we? 1,000 feet. So we've got the water here. And the area looks alright. Of course, there's always room for improvements. That depends, as I said, on your preferences. So what you could do now is get rid of this areas here. I did not delete any. You see what happens then if you keep the water. So, but I don't know about this Queen Mary. Is this something we have brought it together with? No. This is an XPlane object. Cool. So what I also would really like to recommend is, but it's pretty time consuming, is to get rid of all the trees. The trees really look bad. So if it's just 1, 2 trees in a certain area, it's alright, you can keep them. But normally, especially bigger areas, they look really bad in XPlane. So always make sure to get rid of the trees which get imported together with the Google data. I was experimenting a lot with Python scripts and with AI to get hold of this issue somehow, to get some automatic mechanism into this, but it's not doable. So you see also the cranes here, they look bad. You could get rid of the cranes and place objects from XPlane, yeah, instead of these ones. Then these will be also moving because the area will be alive. The trees look good. They have been placed at the really right way. So yeah, as you can see, frame rates. I mean, this is Hamburg. It's really dense scenery. This is all Autogen, and it has absolutely no influence on frame rates. Yeah. Let's press pause. Let's get a little bit closer and see what we have here actually. Oh, yeah, it's all right. And yeah, you can't use this now as a background for scenic photos if you get too close, but from a distance it really makes a massive, huge difference, and this is what XPlane lacks. So this variety of buildings inside the cities, and you can see the difference here. So it's really nice. I like it. I hope you too. And yeah, I'd say this is it for now. Let me know if you face any issues. I've also opened a club on the XPlane org, which you can join, where we share also more details about the procedures and issues you might face, problems you might come along, and then I'm also happy to create a few more videos on this topic. So let me know what you are looking 4 in particular, and I'm happy to assist you. Okay then, thanks for watching, and happy building. Bye.